Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me on a lovely day having now picked up my BMW M3 from Topaz. They've completed the PPF and today we're taking it to stretch the legs to join my friend Sam Moore's Photography on the collection day of his new Ferrari 812 Superfast. It is one of my favourite cars in the entire world. The spec of his is fantastic and we're heading up today to Tom Hartley, the dealership, in the M3 together to go and pick it up. I can't wait to see this. We'll hop on board. I think Sam's going to take the wheel actually for the second half of this drive, and then we'll get there, reveal the new car, and see what it's all about. As lovely as this is, we're heading today to collect Sam's new car. We're here with Sam, with Charlie. How you doing?
Very good. Very exceptionally overexcited.
Which is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
It's a big move jumping up Ferrari 812 Superfast. I mean, it's a seriously cool car.
It's one of those purchases that you definitely can't rationalise without some exceptional man maths. But yeah, I can't wait.
I think it works well. And we were just talking about how we went together to collect your Porsche GT3 RS.
Yes.
A long time ago.
8 years ago, we were saying. Now it's on Tim's channel a long time ago, I think.
Eight years back. We've been to collect quite a few cars together because you came as well to the Senna, the Ford GT, the AMG GTR.
Yeah.
And even, guys, this is quite funny, about 13 years ago, before my channel existed, we actually co-owned a car together.
We did. It was an absolute beast. Much more so than any of these new cars.
It was a £700 Subaru Leon in New Zealand where we were out spending the summer to do some skiing. And yeah, a May 1987 car. It had 220,000 kilometers on the clock.
Yeah.
But it could go anywhere, whatever the weather was.
Yeah. It was amazing. Amazing thing.
Well, today's car is a little bit different. It has quite a few more cylinders, much more horsepower.
A lot more horsepower.
But for the moment, we're going to hop on board. Sam's going to be driving in the M3. I've driven it 100 or so miles to get here.
Yeah.
And
so I feel like it's chance for someone else to drive it, really.
Yeah, already. Get behind the wheel. What are we waiting for? And Charlie's with us as well.
I'm just some moral support for today.
We'll get some feedback from what it's like in the back of the M3. So yeah, I guess let's head on out. This colour is looking superb. Of course, as I said, the Topaz paint protection film all finished up. Everything at the front all now with the film on it, the sills, mirrors, all of these various parts looking magnificent. And yeah, pretty much ready and set to go. I've got the key, but we're good old keyless. You should probably get comfortable in here and stuff. You've driven some recent BMW M cars.
I don't know what the
M5,
M5.
M8.
I've driven an M5. I've driven an M8.
So there's a lot of the tech finds its way down into here as well now.
Lots of carbon. It's pretty comfy.
It is. It's a good place to be.
Feels like a BMW.
This is literally my third time driving in this car. Although I tell you what, if we had come today in the Taycan, we would have managed. There are charging points.
Oh yeah, we would have been juiced right up.
We would have been totally fine having stopped to grab a bite to eat. But basically, today is a perfect example of what I plan to use this car for.
Collecting
as many Ferraris as possible. I joke, but for longer journeys out of town, you know, we're going to be on the road for 250 miles or so today. Great car to all come up together to come and basically go exploring. How much fuel do we have? We've got about half a tank. We're all good. And yeah, nicely on the way. We've made it up the motorway slog, now in the countryside. Car all good so far?
Car's good so far. It's a bit busy.
It is very busy.
This sort of speed, so 60 and a 60, B road, it's a B road, country road type thing, and it just jiggles a little bit, like probably a bit more, like it is more than you would want, I think, in your comfy saloon.
It's kind of the mix of M5 tech with, well, you had an M2.
I had an M2. This is a very similar sort of feeling to what the M2 was like.
Definitely. Oh, well, I can relate to that, even though I haven't actually yet driven it very much myself. That's all to come, but we are not too far away now. I think about 5 minutes until we get to Tom Hartley. There's not a whole lot of sound out of it when taking it easy.
No.
You've driven it on more country lanes than I have so far. I need to catch up a little bit. Although I'll have the drive back,
You'll get it on the way back.
And I'll have the sound of a V12 up ahead.
See, that we were talking about this recently. Following a nice car often can be just as fun as driving. Ideally, you're following the same car, and then you get the experience of both.
That's like the car that you're in up ahead of you. So any hints towards the spec of this then?
If anyone's come across any of my other cars, there might be a good guess of what colour it is. I promise that is not. I don't like having all my cars a very similar colour, but yes, this one is blue.
Your car is TDF blue, right?
Yeah.
Tour de France blue, same colour that my GTC4 so was.
Which is a very nice colour.
It is indeed. But we have very different interior. Mine was black and yours is
Koio?
Koio. Yeah, it's like a tan
colour.
Yeah, that will look really nice. So not too far up here then is going to be the famous Tom Hartley, where I have never actually been. This is my first time ever to come and visit the home of the famous lake photos and many, many special cars, including Sam's 812. We have made it then here to Tom Hartley, where we're going to head inside in a moment because Sam's new car is right under the cover there, which we're going to see revealed. But before we do, it's actually my first time coming to visit one of the greatest showrooms. There are some incredible cars to go and see, and also the famous lake where they take their photos as well. But come on in and let's take a quick look at some of the highlights before pulling the covers back to reveal the 812 underneath. Over here, we have the Koenigsegg Agera RSN. We've got a Ferrari Pista Spider. We've got a 488 Spider. At the back here, we've got a McLaren 675 LT Spider Carbon Series, one of 25 with the full exposed carbon fibre bodywork. We've got a Ferrari 458 Speciale Aperta, one of 499, the limited edition variant. Over towards this side, we've got a Pagani Huayra in the beautiful red paintwork, Mercedes McLaren SLR 722. Then we've got a pair of Lambos. We've got the Aventador S sitting alongside a Huracan Performante in the satin orange. But that's not even all. Let's have a quick look downstairs for a moment. Wait for this. Inside here, a Bugatti Veyron Super Sport, one of 48 in the Sang Noir style design, the black exterior with the orange interior, of course, full carbon fibre. In fact, you can see the exposed carbon on the bonnet, looking magnificent. The car that could do 268 miles per hour, a few more Ferraris, some Bentleys, the anniversary or 100th anniversary edition car, and over this way there's an Onyx Ferrari F12, a 430 Scuderia 16M, one of 499, another 812 Superfast, and a stunning F12 TDF in blue posi, that dark navy blue. That looks incredible, one of 799. You can see the photos all around that are taken on the lake outside, looking glorious, and some Rolls Royces and the Audi R8 Spider as well. But let's head upstairs. It is time for the reveal. Time for the reveal.
This is the first time I've seen this car, like ever. Oh.
There we go. That's cool. Happy?
Very, very happy. There's a key. Congratulations. This is very exciting.
Wow. TDF blue, yellow details.
I hasten to add for the camera, it's got black wheels at the moment. It will not have black wheels.
Heard that. They're going to change to silver. It will have silver wheels instead of black wheels, but... That sound of the startup, of course it's got the valves, but obviously the 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 in this stunning thing. Beautiful. Let's have a little look around this quickly then. The TDF blue paintwork inside the Cuoio tan, as you can see, for the leather on the seats, the LED carbon driver zone on the steering wheel, the central tunnel area as well. This looks incredible. The matching floor mats, all of the different options. Let me take a quick seat inside Sam's car very quickly. Look at this. Stunning. Very, very, very cool. Yellow rev counter. Obviously this revs up to 9,000 RPM. I love this car. Big, 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 big fan. And also, check this out behind. Storage area. Good Grand Touring machine. What a thing. It drives like a proper supercar as well. Just epic. Just absolutely incredible. Beautiful, beautiful car. With the scud shields, I think pretty much always have to have those on a Ferrari. The best thing is when you have TDF blue in the sunshine. Look at that. Actually, those two colours look pretty good together. The green and the blue. What a thing. What a thing. Right, I'm gonna come and ask Sam what he thinks of it now that he's driven it the whole 20 metres or so. Sounds good. What do you think? 20 metres in.
Sounds pretty sick. I'm very excited to be owning this car.
It went from, because you were talking about F12s.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of servicing, maintenance, warranty.
Yeah, so I had a bunch of conversations with a few different people, including Tim. And one of the things we talked about, someone mentioned, it was like service and warranty a year is worth quite a lot for just the ownership cost.
Yep.
And this car would be almost 7 years newer than the F12 I was looking at. So that's 7 years of, well, you get 4 years.
4 years of the warranty, 7 years of the service.
Servicing, which is quite a lot of money. Obviously, this will depreciate more than an F12, but if you never sell it, that's not something you actually deal
either
with.
way, I can tell you from my own experience with the FF and also with the Lusso, it's a big thing. The fact that it can go on schedule and just get service, they come pick it up. Yeah. The service is incredible, and I think the right move. I make no secret that I think this is one of the best cars in the world, if not the greatest series production car. Taking out limited edition stuff, I think this is the greatest series production car that money can effectively buy. Can I pop open the hood, pop open the bonnet? Right under the centre here.
Tim definitely knows his way around the car better than I do.
Well, there's a lot that's similar between this and the Lusso. I don't know where the catch is though. Here we go, got it. Glorious. That's clean. That's really clean. That is tidy. Looks good on the move if you ask me. I am now insanely jealous because one day I would love one of those in the Schmeemobiles. It's time to get back on the road, which means following the 812. So I'm going to drive the M3. Sam, as we said earlier, is the only person who has enjoyed this on country lanes so far, but we do now have 186 miles, starting to get somewhere. Now you can actually turn the car on slightly more noisily by popping it into Sport Plus. Although that sounds so much better. The V12, and I've only got half that number of cylinders. Anyway, full drive power available shortly. I do like that we get the green, the Isle of Man green graphic on the dashboard. So we will go and turn around, and then it will be on the roads for the cruise onwards, back towards base. My first challenge is to turn around, but I think I'm just going to drive around towards the back because...
Screen?
I think so.
Any idea how he... Oh yeah, I'm working it out.
That's the learning process. He does have a Ferrari F40, but that's his only modern Ferrari, so learning exactly how it works. I'm going to spin around. There's another showroom area just here, and an awesome reflection on the windows of this very M3. There's some Rolls Royces and other lovely things about. We've got the 360 cameras that just make life that touch easier. I am certainly going to be following the 812 though, to enjoy.
Any idea how you get this left screen to work? I've got it on CarPlay or whatever, it won't move.
I'm coming to help. I think that's... Farewell then to that awesome showroom, and now with the view of Sam's 812, which is the ultimate tease for somebody who absolutely loves that car. I don't know how I'm going to resist the temptation after experiencing, following and hopefully hearing some of it. I imagine he's going to take it fairly easy the first time driving in one. 812's 800 horsepower. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. DB11 going the other way. Nice. This is actually quite fun today. As you can probably tell, it's quite last minute and not exactly the most planned day in the world, but we just decided to come up together, take the M3, come and collect the 812 that Sam's been lining up over the last week or two. And to be honest, in some ways it reminds me of old school Shmee 150 for those of you who've been around for a while, and some of the random exciting moments, because we've been friends for a very long time, as you can tell by what we were saying about the Subaru in New Zealand. We've been friends for like 20 years, something like that. So to come together to collect the cars, to collect that car, drive this car, super cool. Little bit slippy. The sound is just perfection though. And of course, following a supercar with very wide rear tyres, as Sam I think appreciates the fun of that thing, is exactly why this car now has paint protection film, because otherwise every stone that the tyres flick up is inevitably going to cause it to do some damage to the front of this. So that's why we have PPF. That car I think actually has the Pilot Sport 4S tyres, PS4Ss, as opposed to the Sport Cup 2s. One thing that really annoys me about this car is the automatic speed limit detection, the display I have that tells me what it thinks is the speed limit, because it's so often wrong. At the moment it says it's 40, but it's not. We're at a 60 mile an hour in a national zone, so the car is beeping at me, whining at me as if I'm going over the speed limit. It has just missed a sign or read a sign wrong or something, and that happens way too often in these things. Just so often they don't say the right number. Well, this has the potential to sound pretty epic, so windows down. Oh yes. Yeah, that's pretty good. Come on, man. One of the greatest engines in the entire world is in that car, the Ferrari V12. It is a masterpiece. All right, we've managed to fuel up the cars. This we just topped up, the 812. We gave as much of a full tank as possible. It was misbehaving just a little bit, but now we shall continue. It's about a 2.5 hour drive that we've got in total each way today, but still fun. Good to be out with these two together. And I have to say, Isle of Man Green and TDF Blue, I love together. I like my bright coloured cars. I make no secret of that. So having bright coloured cars together for a drive is always fun. And especially in this, because, you know, it's the first time out with this car. It's a beautiful day, a great time to get some miles on it. Obviously, for running in purposes, you don't want to sit on cruise control. It's exactly the same speed for too long an extended drive. But I'm doing my best to go up and down through the gears. Wait. It sounds so good. Well, we just watched a bike drive into the trees over there, not intentionally, which was a little bit amusing, but how's the drive?
Oh, it's been sick. It's been so good so far.
Yeah?
Just getting in a race with the downshifts.
Yes.
The noise.
It sounds very, very good. It makes this sound like it's kind of non-existent. It's a good passenger car to cruise it as well, isn't it?
It's so much space.
Like, just chill, take it easy.
Yeah, put it in like 7th, cruise along, getting music on, and like, it's great. Although, yeah, as I don't know whether you mentioned earlier, when you put CarPlay on,
yes,
you can't see the...
you lose trip info and range to empty and a bunch of other things, because it's Italian. It's just the way things are done. You get used to it, right?
But no, it's great.
Well, it looks epic. I think we're going to say farewell here, because you're going to head off in a slightly different direction. But congratulations, because this is a lovely thing.
Thanks
I am extremely jealous. And yeah, enjoy
I think this would cost him some money.
Well, I'm sure we'll see it a few times. Maybe I'll prize the keys out of your hand at some point and take it.
For sure, we'll definitely do that.
Go borrow it. When the garage is up and running, you have to come visit.
We will.
Maybe lend a car or two.
Yeah, let's make a day of it. Make a day of it.
Sounds good. All right, awesome. Congrats. I'm gonna take a listen as you head out, because it's gonna be epic.
Oh, yeah.
Makes me miss mine. Sounds so good. All right, time I think for the 812 to head on out. That thing's really cool. I love it a lot. Sam has a very nice car there. I look forward to seeing more of it on the channel very soon as well. For the time being, he heads on out, and I'll go off to enjoy this a little bit more. My first proper drive in the M3, of course. First long distance cruise in it. I imagine it will do many more journeys like today. Cruising, longer journeys, longer drives, multiple people in the car. But for today, served the purpose perfectly. He's heading out. We'll probably get to hear him going out onto the road here. I can hear him. There he goes, following the white van. Awesome. Well, that is it for today. A bit of an old school vlog car collection day. Good fun out, good to catch up, good to go and see the 812, good to visit Tom Hartley, of course, for the first time for me as well, and of course, to drive this too. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Do go and check out Sam's perspective on today over on his channel too. But that is it for this time. Thanks as always, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.